Okay, so went over a lot about sin. All sin leads to hell, and talked about hell. So real quick, Ephesians chapter 2. Let me get there real quick. Verse 2. Where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Let me say that again. Where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. The prince of the power of the air. You might ask yourself, well, what does that mean? Who's the prince of the power of the air? I'm talking about Satan. Satan is the power of the air, the ruler of the air. Why? Well, I'll give you some examples here. We have satellites orbiting the earth. We have radio towers, cell phone towers. How does your TV work, your radio, your video games, your phones, the internet? How does all this work? Signals in the air, bouncing back and forth to operate these gadgets and all these electronics. So these are tools that Satan uses to drag people down and pull them away from the Bible, pull them away from prayer, pull them away from Jesus, just take them away from God. Satan doesn't want nothing to do with God. He doesn't want you to have anything to do with God. TV. TV's full, loaded with worldliness and sin. Why? Reality shows. The Jersey Shore, which I cannot stand that show. It's just pointless to me, and it's filth. The Real World, and a lot of other TV shows. Like those reality shows, the Jersey Shore, what is it? It's drama. It's people getting drunk, having sex, drugs, violence, going to clubs. TV shows. A bunch of TV shows nowadays are filled with violence, sex, drugs, alcohol, and sinful things like that. Now we're also seeing look at all these movies that are coming out, and a lot of these TV shows that are coming out that are about ghost hunting, they're about witchcraft, they're about the paranormal, they're vampires, werewolves. A lot of these movies that are coming out are about all these things, mainly demonic things, and it's just evil. And we need to watch the things that we're watching on TV and the internet and on our phones. We need to watch what we're saying. We're all going to be judged one day. We're all going to be judged for the things that we say and do. The radio. The radio's full of, it's not even just the music, it's radio talk. People on the radio talk about dirty jokes. They gossip, talk about certain people, talk bad about them. The radio's full of bad music, all this party music, and it may seem nice and pleasant to you when you hear it because it's not heavy metal. Well, just because it doesn't sound demonic doesn't mean it is demonic, because they're preaching. It's not really the music; it's what they're saying. It's all party music. It's party, party, party. Go out and have a good old time. It's worldliness. It's sin. It's loaded with it, and that poisons the mind. It corrupts the mind. Video games, Grand Theft Auto, for example, that's loaded with violence. Most of all these video games that are coming out are nothing about war and violence and shootings. Phones, the iPhone, and all these new phones that are coming out. They're basically a mini computer. They can do almost anything. They're really not even phones. They're like mini computers. You can go on the internet, you can text, you can call, you can pay your bills, you can do almost anything on these phones. Internet's loaded, especially with pornography, and you can learn how to make bombs on the internet, you can learn how to make weapons. The media. The media is one of the biggest things here. Basically, it goes with all the celebrities, okay? They're all saying it's all about keeping up with the world, with what the world's doing, with what these people are doing. You know, with all these celebrities, I don't care that they're famous. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care that they're on TV. I don't care. Because they're a human being just like I am. They put their pants on the same way I do. They also have a choice to make. Either heaven or hell. Jesus or the devil. Your choice. I don't keep up with all this garbage because it's garbage. You know, when we all get to heaven, we're not going to be worrying about what Kim Kardashian's wearing. We're not going to worry about what Lady Gaga's singing. We're not going to worry about, you know, what's in, what's hip, what's popular, what's cool. It's all, it's poisoning the mind. It's corrupting the youth especially, but it's corrupting people. And that's one of Satan's tools to bring people down. We get so washed up into all this that we want to spend more time wondering what someone else is doing, being part of the world. Basically, that's all it is. It's worldliness. We're more concerned about what others think about us rather than what's going to happen to us if we don't obey Jesus. We need to get into our Bibles and read the Bibles. We need to get into the Word, get into our prayer closets, pray, worship the Lord, and follow His commands with what He says. The media also, you know, they tell you what to wear, they tell you how to eat, what you need to eat, how to lose weight, how to look good. Basically, all the media is saying, if you ain't doing this, and you're not cool, and you're a loser. And no one's going to love you or treat you right because you're not like this. You're not this way. It's poisoning the mind. So those are just examples I want to give out because we are living in a generation where it's very corrupt, very wicked. Psalms 22. I'm not going to turn there, but you can read it for yourself. Psalms 22. Jesus did not die in vain. Jesus did not come down here to go through a brutal beating, being tortured, hung from a cross, having his flesh ripped off of him so he could see his bones. He didn't go through all that so we can continue in a life of sin. He made it easier for us. It was the ultimate sacrifice for our sins. Okay? But, like I said before, just because Jesus forgives doesn't mean we get to continue in our sin. We are supposed to turn away from it. Jesus did not die in vain. Because if God wanted us, if God says it's okay to do these things, then what was the point of Him sending His only Son down here to die for us? It was pointless then. That's why Jesus did not die in vain. And God so loved the world that He sent His only one begotten Son, that none shall perish but have everlasting life. So now I have, in this video, I'm not up to date with technology. I don't know how to do all these things. My mom's going to try to show me how to there's going to be 2 links. One's going to talk about sounds of hell, and real quick, these people in Siberia did a little experiment. They dug a hole so deep and they hit a pocket, a cavity in the earth. The temperature rose up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. They sent equipment and a microphone down there that was sensitive to sound and heat, and I guess something like that. And they were trying to record the Earth's movements. but instead they found screaming. They recorded screaming, loud screaming, and when I heard it, it scared me. It's pretty creepy. So they believe that it's the sounds of hell, and I believe it to be true as well. So just go ahead and listen to that, but I warn you, it's pretty scary. Don't have children around because it scared me. But there's also another link I want to put up about this girl that, she tells her testimony, and God used her. Jesus took her to hell, showed her what it was like, had her write down everything that she heard and saw. Then he took her to heaven. Then he showed her the rapture. And then when he brought her back to earth, he said, "Tell my people that I am no longer coming soon, that I am coming right away, and that I am only coming for the holy ones." Only the holy ones. So, now, Jesus is coming back. It's any time now. It could be any day. Any second. We don't know the day or the hour. But it's going to happen. So I'm going to end this with a question for you. Again, whether you believe it or not, God created us. He created you. So the question I have for you is, think about it. Think about if you were to die the next day, because no one knows when nobody knows the day that they're going to die. Think about where you're going. Where are you going to wake up? Do you want to wake up in darkness and be in torment for all eternity? Or do you want to wake up in paradise with God? Something we all got to think about. So I will leave you with that question. And until next time, God bless.